In just 4 seasons, Barcelona achieved what most clubs can only dream of in a lifetime, winning 14 titles, led by a manager who had never coached a top team before. They didn't just dominate, they changed football forever. This is the story of how Pep Guardiola's Barcelona literally broke football. When Pep Guardiola took over Barcelona in the summer of 2008, he wasn't just looking to win games. He wanted to build a team that would change how the game was played. And to do that, he had to make some difficult decisions right from the start. Guardiola knew he needed players who were committed, disciplined, and willing to work as a team. So, he made a bold move. He decided to let go of 2 of Barcelona's biggest stars, Ronaldinho and Deco. For years, the Brazilian was the face of Barcelona's success, but Guardiola believed that to bring unity and discipline back to the team, it was time for Ronaldinho to leave as he had some off-the-field issues. Deco too was a crucial part of the midfield but had started to decline. These moves shocked many fans, but Guardiola saw them as necessary steps to build a new culture at the club. With both of them gone, Guardiola looked toward Barcelona's famous youth academy, La Masia, to bring fresh energy and passion into the squad. Pep wanted to build a team that embraced Barcelona's philosophy from the ground up. He promoted Sergio Busquets and Pedro, as well as Piqué, who was back from his loan spell at Manchester United. These were the young players who would soon become essential parts of the team Guardiola was shaping. But Guardiola knew that to create the team he wanted, he needed more than youth. One of his key signings was Dani Alves from Sevilla, a player who would go on to play a crucial role in his system. This blend of academy talent and strategic signings laid the foundation for what would soon become a team like no other. Guardiola had his squad ready, a mix of youth, experience and bold signings he believed would transform Barcelona into something extraordinary. His first test, the Champions League qualifiers. This wasn't just about advancing, it was Pep's first chance to prove that all those dramatic summer changes could deliver results. Barcelona started strong with a commanding 4-0 win.
Henry beats Baczynski, plays it across the area. This could be an effort from Xavi, second goal of the evening! Goal for Barcelona! Xavi Hernandez with a low...
But as we all know, football isn't always smooth sailing. Just days later, Guardiola made his La Liga debut against Numancia. To everyone's surprise, Barcelona lost 1-0. Pep's grand entrance in the league ended in defeat, sparking doubts. Can a coach with no experience lead a team as big as Barcelona? But it didn't take long for things to turn around. A week later, Barcelona bounced back with a stunning 6-1 win over Sporting Gijon. The players began to embrace Pep's ideas. Match by match, they looked more fluid, more confident. Xavi, Iniesta and Busquets controlled the midfield with ease, while Dani Alves stretched defences and created space down the right. And Messi? Well, he was just getting started. This wasn't just good football, it was football reimagined. But of course, dominating smaller teams is one thing, but the real test came on December 13th, 2008. El Clasico. Barcelona faced Real Madrid. All eyes were on Barcelona, and they did not disappoint. The match was intense. Madrid defended well up until the 83rd minute, when Samuel Eto'o opened the scoring and Messi finished the game off with a sublime chip. 2-0. A win that wasn't just a result, it was a message to the world. Barcelona was back. By mid-season, Barcelona was firing on all cylinders. But the biggest challenges were still ahead. The La Liga title race, the Copa del Rey campaign, and the Champions League. And as the season progressed, one thing became clear. They weren't here to compete, they were here to take over. Guardiola's philosophy was coming alive on the pitch, and every match felt like a statement of intent. But dominating La Liga was only the beginning. Barcelona had their sights set on something much bigger, rewriting football history by conquering Spain and Europe. While Barcelona was running away with the league, they were also making waves in the Copa del Rey. Guardiola had made it clear, every competition mattered. In the semi-finals, Barcelona faced Mallorca and came out on top, booking their place in the final. And in the final, against Athletic Bilbao, they delivered a masterclass. Goals from Yaya Toure, Messi, Boyan and Xavi sealed a 4-1 victory, giving Pep his first trophy as Barcelona manager, the first of many. In La Liga, Barcelona were relentless. They had scored 105 goals in the league, finishing as champions with 3 games to spare and had 87 points, 9 more than Real Madrid, who finished second. Barcelona didn't just win La Liga, they destroyed it. But the biggest prize of all was still up for grabs, the Champions League. Barcelona stormed through the group stage and made light work of Lyon in the round of 16. Then came the quarter-finals, where they faced Bayern Munich. It wasn't just a win, it was a demolition. Barcelona won the first leg 4-0, with Messi and co tearing Bayern apart. The tie was over before the second leg even began. In the semi-finals, they faced Chelsea in what became one of the most dramatic matches in Champions League history. After a 0-0 draw in the first leg, the second leg at Stamford Bridge was pure chaos.
Cole. Lampard looking to pull it back. And Essien! It's a fantastic start for Chelsea!
Chelsea took the lead, and it looked like Barcelona's dream was slipping away. But in the dying minutes of the match, Andres Iniesta stepped up and scored one of the most iconic goals in football history. A stunning strike into the top corner that sent Barcelona to the final. Guardiola's Barcelona was heading to Rome, May 27th, 2009, the Stadio Olimpico in Rome. Barcelona versus Manchester United, the reigning European champions. This was the ultimate test for Guardiola's team, a chance to prove they were the best in the world. From the first whistle, Barcelona took control and it didn't take long for them to strike. Samuel Eto'o opened the scoring with a brilliant finish in the 10th minute of the game, and from there, Barcelona never looked back. Messi sealed the win with a header, and it was an iconic moment. Barcelona won 2-0, lifting their third Champions League trophy and completing the treble: La Liga, Copa del Rey and Champions League. Guardiola had done it. First season, a treble, a style of play that captivated the world, and a squad that looked unstoppable. A dream for some, reality for Barcelona. But for Guardiola and his team, this was just the beginning. The next season would bring even more challenges. And Barcelona wasn't just looking to defend their titles, they were ready to take their dominance to a whole new level. With the treble secured, most teams might have taken their foot off the gas. But Guardiola's Barcelona wasn't like most teams. For Pep, the new season wasn't about defending titles. It was about raising the bar even higher. This was the moment Barcelona began their chase for perfection, a journey that would cement their place as one of the greatest teams in football history. Barcelona kicked off the new season by adding more silverware to their cabinet. In the Spanish Super Cup, they faced Athletic Bilbao. Over 2 legs, Barcelona's dominance was clear, securing a 5-1 aggregate victory. Then came the UEFA Super Cup, where they battled Shakhtar Donetsk. It wasn't easy. The game went to extra time, but Pedro stepped up with a late winner, and Barcelona walked away with another trophy. 2 games, 2 titles, and Pep's team was just getting started. By December, Barcelona had their sights set on global domination. In the FIFA Club World Cup, they faced Estudiantes in the final. It was a tough match, with Barcelona trailing in for most of the game. But in the 89th minute, Pedro scored a dramatic equaliser to force extra time. Then, in the 110th minute, Messi scored the winner with his chest. With that, Barcelona became the first Spanish team to win 6 trophies in a calendar year. The sextuple, a feat that had never been done before and hasn't been done since. In La Liga, Barcelona picked up right where they left off. The 2009-10 season was a relentless march toward another title. They dominated matches with an authority that left opponents hopeless. By the end of the season, Barcelona had amassed 99 points to win the title, which was a record at the time. But in Europe, the story took a dramatic turn. Barcelona made it through the group stage and passed Stuttgart in the round of 16 with ease. In the quarter-finals, they dismantled Arsenal, with Messi scoring 4 goals in the second leg, which included a hat-trick before half-time. He was untouchable, and it felt like nothing could stop this team. But then came the semi-finals, And standing in their way was Jose Mourinho's Inter Milan. The first leg in Milan was a shock. Inter won 3-1, handing Barcelona a rare defeat. The second leg at the Camp Nou was an emotional roller coaster. Inter defended with everything they had, and despite a late goal, Barcelona fell just short. For the first time under Guardiola, their European dream had come to an end. But this was just a small obstacle for Barcelona. By the end of the season, the team had added another La Liga title, 2 Super Cups, the FIFA Club World Cup, and the respect of the entire football world. They had proven that the treble wasn't a fluke. They only grew stronger. The 2010-11 season was on the horizon, and it would be a season that would see Pep's team reach their absolute peak. By 2010, Barcelona was already the gold standard. Under Pep Guardiola, they had become a footballing machine, efficient, dominant and breathtaking. But the 2010-11 season, this was the year Barcelona stopped playing against their opponents and started playing in a league of their own. Barcelona started the first match with an away win against Racing Santander, and there was no stopping them from there. But it wasn't just about the smaller games. Barcelona thrived under the bright lights, in the big moments. And no moment shone brighter than their first El Clasico of the season, November 29th, 2010. Real Madrid. The Santiago Bernabéu may have been their battlefield in past seasons, but this time it was the Camp Nou that bore witness to history. 5 goals. Madrid was sent home humiliated, their millions in spending meaningless against a team that outclassed them in every department. Barcelona climbed to the top of the league table that day and stayed there. They won the league again. This was their 3rd consecutive La Liga title. Barcelona also swept the La Liga awards. Messi was named Best Player and Best Forward. Xavi and Iniesta took Best Midfielders. Valdez claimed Best Goalkeeper. Abidal took the Best Defender. And of course, Guardiola was honoured as Best Coach. But La Liga was just one part of their story. The Champions League was where Barcelona's greatness truly shone. In the round of 16, they faced Arsenal. Messi stole the show, scoring one of the most audacious goals in Champions League history, chipping the ball over the keeper and volleying it in. Then, in the quarter-finals, they brushed aside Shakhtar Donetsk with ease, setting up a semi-final showdown with their eternal rivals, Real Madrid. In the first leg at the Bernabeu, Messi again delivered one of the greatest performances in football history. That solo goal, where he dribbled through half the Madrid defence before calmly finishing, wasn't just a goal, it was art. Barcelona won 2-0 and the second leg was a 1-1 draw. Barcelona went through and the stage was set for Wembley. May 28, 2011, Wembley Stadium. Barcelona faced Manchester United in the Champions League final, a repeat of the 2009 final. But this time, Barcelona wasn't just there to win. They were there to show the world why they were the greatest team of all time. From the first whistle, it was clear who was in control. Pedro opened the scoring, Rooney equalised briefly, but Messi and Villa put the game beyond doubt. Final score 3-1. And the performance? Ferguson himself called it the best he'd ever seen. So what was it about this team that stood out? Was it Messi's brilliance? Xavi and Iniesta's control? Guardiola's genius? It wasn't any one thing, it was all of it together. Guardiola had created a team that wasn't just the best in the world. They were the best the world had ever seen.